Hello guys! So, have you heard of the iceberg illusion? I usually tell my students there is a difference between what people see and what people don't see when you are preparing for your IELTS exam, for example. So this is what I call the iceberg illusion. So I wanted to share this video with you because the other day I was talking to one of my students in one of our lessons, and she was telling me about this friend that she has, and that her friend has recently passed her IELTS test. And she was all bragging about passing and that it wasn't that complicated for her to pass the exam, and that she passed it first time round with almost no effort or preparation whatsoever, and so on. And obviously my student felt awful because my student is a mom of a small toddler. She's working at the same time. She also needs to take care of her house, like the house chores and so on that we all know about. So yeah, she was feeling awful, guys, because she's genuinely pushing having lessons with me on a weekly basis. She's doing her homework and everything, but she's been preparing for just a few months with me. And she's not still in that C1 level that she wants. So that's why she felt like, oh my god, I'm struggling so much to get on with my life. At the same time, I'm studying, and it's difficult for her to cope with both things, right? And this is what I told her. I told her about this iceberg illusion, because this is like the iceberg tip. This is what people want you to see, all the success, right? And then what's underneath is what people don't want you to see, which is all the work you need to put into success. So I came across this theory of the iceberg illusion a while now, and I like to share it with you guys because, to tell you the truth, I can't agree with this more. So obviously success is an iceberg because you've got the top, which is quite sharp and shiny, everything is under control, sailing through it, right? And then just right at the bottom, there's a completely different shape. There is a completely different world of things where usually you've got these hidden gems, right? That people don't want you to see, but obviously they exist. Obligation, consistency, duty, sacrifices, failures, everything that people don't want you to see, but it's always there. Underneath is success, with all of these factors taking place. So you would ask, how can I succeed in the IELTS test? Many students ask me this question, and unfortunately, guys, there is no easy answer to this. And I can't lie to you, alright? Because I always tell my students that I'm a very honest teacher for the good and for the bad. So for those who want to pass your IELTS test, this is what people don't tell you. The first thing is, not everyone has the same level of English, alright? So rule number 1, do not compare yourself with anyone. Bear this in mind every time you bump into these successful stories, because you don't know about the conditions of that person 100%. You don't know for sure what's underneath the iceberg, what it really took them to be successful in their exam. Okay, because they will lie to you. They will never tell you the 100% truth of the learning process. So then let's delve into the key factors at the bottom of the iceberg, which will help you get the score you deserve. Dedication, hard work, and good habits. Do the work. There are no tricks to cheat or shortcut to your IELTS exam results. So my advice would be to set aside some time to practice, study or revise. Your IELTS test results will be a reflection of how much effort, work you've put in. Keep focus. After you do practice test or some homework marked, try to establish your mistakes and weaknesses. So remember that I always say that mistakes are part of your learning process. So they should be embraced as they are the single best way to improve. Love them, not hate them. Remember to concentrate on your weaknesses, and I'm sure they will soon become your strengths. You will experience disappointment and failure. Push. At times, it is true that you will suffer from lack of motivation, confidence. Everyone does, guys. This is a long journey. And this is something that everyone will experience, and everyone experiences on a daily basis, not just for English learning, but for everything in our lives. Not everything is the sunshiny future that they tell you about on social media. That's why my best recommendation is to surround yourself by people who understand why you're doing the IELTS test, and more importantly, tell them how much work you have to do and how much effort you're putting into. When you start to slip behind, they will motivate you, they will get you. So be consistent and just push. Persistence is the real gem of your IELTS success. Consistency. Always be looking for ways to get better and improve. If you've got any chance of speaking to native English speakers, do it. Have a chat with them. Take that chance. If you like watching TV series, films, listening to podcasts, anything, just take that step. Do you like reading? News sites, blogs to practice every day. So persist. There will be times when you feel like IELTS is all too much for you and you want to give up, but you need to keep going. Talk to your friends, family, or maybe your teacher about your difficulties, because they will keep you pushing and going forward, and especially if your teacher is around, they will know what to do to make your way smoother. They are sure to help you, so do not give up. You're not alone in this. There are thousands like you on social media communities, so take that leap and connect. You need to get surrounded by people like you or that want the same things as you, so you will find your passion, which is what I always tell my students. Your IELTS preparation will be much more pleasurable if you find your passion while learning. The most successful IELTS candidates are those who actually have fun practicing different things in English outside the classroom practice. So do not get obsessed with practice tests on a daily basis. A good tip is to find something you're really into and then practice the 4 skills within that topic. So if you find love for what you're reading or listening to, then it is more likely that you stick at it and you keep doing it regularly. This will also help you to get ideas. Many students worry that on the day of the exam they won't have enough ideas to talk about in the speaking test. Remember that all of the questions are designed in a way so that most people will have enough ideas to give an answer, a good answer. That's why by immersing yourself into the English language and get into some unfamiliar topics will, help you learn interesting facts that you can use on the day of the exam. So don't worry about the examiner's opinion or the examiner's answers, because you don't have to really agree with them and they don't really have to agree with you. IELTS test is a language examination. It's not about a content test examination. So, what are you going to do to get the IELTS score that you deserve? Do you have any more bits of advice that you would like to share with us in order to succeed in the IELTS test? Tell me in the comments. Bye!